Okay, whoops. One of these days we're going to get the intro right.
That was awesome.
I don't even know what that was. Sorry. We are the ladies of college football.
We are.
Not quite sure what that was, but hey, at least we had some good music to start off the show.
Did. We were rocking and rolling, Minnie. How you doing tonight?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you, Doreen?
I am good because one, we're still in the playoffs, and two, I commend Indiana for putting a great game plan together. And I'm happy for them. I mean, I'm, at the end of the day, we're all Big Ten, so I'm happy for them.
That just goes to show that you are a good team. Like, what did Mark called you earlier? The air traffic controller for college football.
Oh
You're like the Zen person. Let's all get along and hope that, wish each other well. And most people want to rip the other team's head off. So I commend you for that, Doreen.
Well, thank you, Minnie. I just, at the end of the day, I can either, whine about it and say what could have been, or let's move ahead. So many teams like your Huskers and Wolverines and many others that aren't going to have the playoffs. You'll have a bowl game, which is awesome. But unlike some of these other teams that don't want to be in the bowl game, but we'll talk about that later. But, we get a chance to go on, and I'm okay with that. So,
yeah, there's been so much. I think the regular season is a lot to handle.
Yep.
But this weekend has been so much. We've had national, or not national titles. We've had conference championship games. We've had bowl games announced.
Yep.
Then we had the college football playoff committee staying up till 2:30 in the morning to figure out who's going to be in the playoffs. And then we have the AP poll come out. It has been crazy. And then now, what you just mentioned, we have teams that are opting out.
Yes.
Not to mention all the coaching changes that happened in the past week.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. And it's just amazing. I can't believe Notre Dame declined. I am shocked. That one, I'm shocked. I cannot believe that. Not only are they not in a conference, they decided they don't want to be in a bowl game.
They kind of got snubbed by the college football playoff committee.
Yes, but you know why? I don't know what you think about that, but they don't play a conference championship. I don't know the ins and outs. I know there's so much. I don't dig into
we do have somebody coming. We do have somebody joining us tonight that is a Notre Dame person. And then we also have Alabama, and I see there's a Michigan person already in the green room. Okay. I would like to go ahead and open up the chat, let people know that we're here for an hour. We want to talk to you guys.
Yes.
We also want to talk about specifically the championship or games that happened yesterday for conference titles. If you guys even think those matter anymore. I mean, I don't even know. And then bowl games, if your team's going to a bowl game.
Yes.
So I'm going to go ahead and put the link in chat, but let's go ahead and bring Jackson.
Yes. Hey, Jackson. And while we do that, can we say hello to people in the chat?
Yeah, let's do that. Go ahead.
Hello, Jam. I see Jam. Hello. Richie, David Sobel, Keel. Hello, Keel. Never mind me.
That's my buddy.
Yes.
Hi.
And Dr. Toop. Is that? I don't know who. They've been here. And Roll Tide Forever is in here. Gunnar Paternus. Adam. Infinity. The people that I've seen in here. Michael. Let's see. Oh, Will. Irish Will. So.
Man, Will indeed.
Chuck. Don. Okay, a bunch of people. Michigander. Thank you so much, everybody.
So horrible for my guy, Will indeed.
Yeah, Will.
He's a good buddy of mine.
He is. He's a gosh, he's a diehard Notre Dame fan.
But yeah, I'm glad my Crimson Tide got in, and I'm glad we get a chance at
Mhm.
revenge against Oklahoma on December 19th. And if we do beat Oklahoma, then we get to play in New Year's Day at the
Okay.
granddaddy of them all in Pasadena. And to top it
Yes.
all off, it's on the 100th anniversary of the game that started it all for the South, the 1926 Rose Bowl, where
Wow.
Alabama defeated the Washington Huskies.
Wow.
Okay, so here's the playoff
Yes.
bracket that we have.
Mhm.
Alabama's playing Oklahoma.
Yes.
That's the game you're talking about. And you guys played Georgia yesterday,
Mhm.
Wow. Oh, I
right?
was shocked, Jackson. My gosh, what happened?
We had a failure to communicate, but also we had a lot of injuries. That was what
Just
happened.
okay. Wow. I was
Um,
shocked.
it's just been wild, to be honest.
Mhm.
And we just got some breaking news. 5-7 Appalachian State is taking the last bowl bid versus Georgia
Whoa,
Southern in the Birmingham Bowl.
that's crazy.
Wow.
5 and 7, and because there's so many teams opting out of bowl games, some of them because they don't have a coach,
Iowa
some of
State,
them
yeah.
because, players would opt out anyway, so they wouldn't have a team, and
Mhm.
it's just is it
Sad.
is it even worth their while? I mean, I think
Mhm.
it is if you get those 15 extra practices, as long as you have a full
Exactly.
team to take the practices.
Because it's like, like my whole thing about Notre Dame saying no to the bowl, I
Mhm.
understand you're mad, right? You
Yeah.
should be. But I don't think that's the right way to go on about it. I don't think that is. Like, I think honestly, you should have played the ball game, show the committee why they're wrong,
Mhm.
beat your opponent to a pulp by 40 something points.
Right?
Do what Alabama did in 1966. No, sorry, meaning in advance.
No,
For
you're
the
fine.
1967 Sugar
And
Bowl,
Husker
where
Chuck,
they
and
chewed
never
up,
mind me and Pitt.
yeah, where they chewed up Nebraska like a chicken nugget in the 67 Sugar Bowl. Do what the Buckeyes did in the 2017 season against USC.
Mhm.
That's what I say, right? But you know, it is pretty cool to kind of see Disney have a bad day all the same. Because it's like, you gave me a bad day, I'm gonna give you a bad day right back. So that is pretty cool come to think about it. Because I mean, it's gonna have some ripple effects. That's the thing I've been so worried about all day after looking at this story.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Is the ripple effects that's gonna have in all college football, where it's if there's a team that says, okay, we're not in the playoffs, yeah, we're not going to the bowl. That's
Yeah,
not really a good thing for the long
it's
term.
it's a bad thing for college football
Mhm.
Mhm. I
in
agree.
the
It is.
long term.
It is.
It's making me wonder, are the, conference title games, are those really worthwhile?
I was reading an article from Matt Zemek on College Wire this week where he
Mhm.
was talking about how instead of having conference title games, we need to start having bubble watch elimination games for in place of the conference title games.
Mhm.
Okay.
I
So
think I agree
how
with
would
that.
that bubble watch elimination
Bubble
games,
watch. Bubble watch.
so how would that work? What would that look like?
Well, it would be like a Alabama, Miami, or Notre Dame, Vanderbilt,
Mhm.
or let me see, Virginia, Texas,
Mhm.
games
Mhm.
like that.
Okay. Okay. But what if so going forward now, the SEC is going to be playing 9 conference games,
Yep.
okay? So, that's supposed to kind of help even out the play schedules, like, through the season for the Big Ten and SEC, supposed to. Um, so what if there are way less of those
Huh.
type games? Does that make sense?
Yeah, like way less of the big non-con games.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
because of that.
sucks. That's
What's
the
gonna happen.
downside of everybody going to 9 conference games.
Right.
Because for me, it destroys any shot that we see of Penn State, Pittsburgh coming back on an annual basis, or Florida, Miami coming back on an annual basis, and seeing like Clemson, Georgia coming back on an annual basis, or like Pittsburgh, West Virginia being on an annual basis.
Mhm.
These are the kind of things I really worry about with everybody going to a 9-game schedule. But if you're gonna have the cupcake games, don't have them in November. Put them in week 0 for the upcoming season.
Yeah.
Put them in like the last
Like
Saturday of August or the
right.
Yeah,
third
that makes
Saturday in
sense.
August. Yeah, because like this way, you're dying for college football, right?
Right.
What about to eat? So here's the cupcake game. There you go. Now feast on.
Here you go. Emily wants to ask, why is Alabama in?
Well, the committee set the precedents in last season
Mhm.
when SMU lost to Clemson and they put SMU over Bama. It was basically, we're not going to punish anybody that's been in a conference title game.
Right.
And also that's what the president was for today, right? But they realized if they didn't have Alabama and Miami in, they realized they were going to be not only pissing off one person, but
Mhm.
2 people, the SEC commissioner and the ACC commissioner.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think they thought too, well, if we piss off Notre Dame, nobody's going to care. Everybody hates Notre Dame. Nobody's on their side. Like that's how they're kind of thinking of it, right?
Right.
Right.
At BYU, I mean, man, they had a bad
They're the ones that got
man.
I feel bad for BYU out of everybody. I'm sorry, Will and Dee. I don't feel so bad for Notre Dame. To me, it's like join a conference. I think that's the whole
Mhm.
reason why, like Doreen was saying, that they
Yes.
didn't get
They didn't get
Oh,
in
in
because
the
they didn't
playoff.
have a conference to play,
Mhm.
to get a title, and the rest of the people are punished because they're in, they're in either the SEC, ACC, Big 12, or whatever. And I think that was a way of them saying, "Hey, join a conference." So
yeah, that it was like that. It felt kind of passive aggressive by the committee,
it
like,
did.
but
It
it's
did, but it didn't. I mean, if you look at Miami and what they played, it's still
Mhm.
they played, conference games, and Notre Dame
Mhm.
just doesn't. They lucked out. And I'm gonna go ahead, and since we're talking about Notre Dame, because I saw Will and Dee in here, so I
Yes,
want him
here he
to
is.
chime in.
Mhm.
hey, what's up, Will?
Hi, Will.
Hey
Hi,
guys.
Will.
Hey, how you feeling? Let us know. Be honest. Just let it all out.
I'm not happy, guys. I'm not
I
happy at
know.
all.
I know.
Okay, what are your thoughts, Will, about Notre Dame not making the playoffs and then
Mhm.
opting out of any bowl game?
Well, I wouldn't be that upset about it if they didn't move Bama up after the Iron Bowl. I'm like, why did they move Bama up? Because Auburn's not making a bowl game. They barely beat them, and then they moved them up.
Mm.
And they're like, it was such an impressive win. And I was like, all right. And then they played the SEC championship game, get beat down, and then they stay the same. They're like, why are you rewarding them for an Iron Bowl, but not punishing them for the SEC championship game? It just didn't make sense to me. Like, I just want, if the committee would have been, if they would have like been consistent, I'll be like, all right, it sucks, but
Yeah.
we're not a playoff team.
Yeah.
But when you move them, you reward them for winning a game, and then you don't reward them for getting smoked. It's just super frustrating.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
I don't think that the conference title games should play any role whatsoever in
Well, they
college
did with
football
Florida
playoffs.
State, though. That was the thing. They did with Florida State in 2023. They didn't think Florida State looked that impressive, and they dropped them out.
And they were undefeated.
Yeah,
Right?
and then they were undefeated.
And
And they
they
punished
beat
them.
LSU way more than Bama did in 2023.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they really got hosed.
Well,
They
there's
did.
a new committee, and I think they go by a new set of rules. Guys, I think that this is just, I mean, it's not a perfect system, but it's okay. It's pretty good. Except for, of course, if you're a Notre Dame fan.
Yeah, if you're Notre Dame.
Like, I just think, like, watching that game, the Irish would have beaten the Tide by 21 plus points
Yes.
in that game. Like, they can't stop the run. Like, we would have just rammed it down them.
But that's
I'm
why
gonna
I
be
just want the best.
honest.
I just
Join
want the best
Common.
12 teams to be in the playoffs. That's what I want. I want the best teams to be in the
That would make
playoffs, and we're not
sense.
going to get that.
I mean, is
Whoever
anybody
wins that,
really,
whoever wins that Bama OU game is going to be the sacrificial lamb for the Buckeyes. Like, that's not going to be a good game.
Aw.
No.
But you know what?
Honestly, I don't really think anybody's gonna be really all that impressed with James Madison because I mean, it's like Oregon's really gonna just smack them off the face of the earth. I mean,
Yeah, well, that it's still nice to have that hope.
Mhm.
It is. I'm just saying, if
Mhm.
the only teams that make it to the playoffs are teams that, you know, just are a shoo-in, any
Mhm.
one of them could win. Like yesterday, for instance, Ohio State versus Indiana. That was a
Yeah.
dog fight to the very end. It could have gone either which way.
Yes.
Indiana, not Ohio State. I got them mixed up. The 7-10, 8-9 games mixed up. But
Yeah, you can. I mean, it's nice to have kind of these Cinderella stories.
Kind of like
There you go.
TCU back in the day, remember? When they
Mhm.
made it
Yes,
there?
yeah.
TCU and Michigan couldn't beat them, which was really
Mhm.
surprising. But yeah, so that could happen. What if Oregon doesn't beat James Madison?
Mhm.
I mean, who knows?
Mhm.
possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, it was exciting. Like, I have friends that are from Harrisonburg, and they were like super excited. So it was fun to see them
Yeah.
excited. Like, we were all happy. We were all happy Saturday night, and then Sunday morning.
Oh, I'm sorry, Will. Well, what do you think, Will? Do you want Notre Dame to join a conference? You personally, do you want them to?
I mean, I believe we don't have to join a conference. I believe we're gonna have our recruiting's been getting better and better. We have the number 2 overall class, number 4 according to 247. I feel like we can compete for a national championships without being in a conference.
Okay.
And if we're able to do that, I would like to avoid being in a conference as long as possible.
Okay, so you don't want to be. Then that's cool. That's fair. I
Yeah.
mean, you're being honest. That's fair. That's fair.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've always thought it was pretty cool to like have your own TV
Mhm.
deal and basically make your own schedule and just kind of like do all that, like have your own TV deals, make your own schedule. That sounds pretty
Mhm.
cool to me the way I
Mhm.
look
And,
at
and
it.
they got to keep all the natty money last year.
Mhm.
That
Like
was
Ohio State
that's
had to
why
divvy it up.
I have to say that's the reason why. And I'm not one of those people who hate watches, but I was kind of glad that they got snubbed because it's like join a conference. Everybody else has to share in the pie. Why, and I know Notre Dame's a great brand. I know that. But it just seems like, it join already.
There's a
Well,
back.
we saw Penn State join the Big Ten, and they haven't been the same team since they joined the Big Ten. Like in the
Is
that
80s,
what
they were
they're afraid
competing
of?
they're like competing for national championships. So yeah, like I want to keep the independent status.
Yeah.
I think honestly,
Because I don't want to be the secondary team for Ohio State and Michigan, like Penn State was. I mean, I believe right now, like even if we join now, we would be okay. But like I want to keep the tradition.
I feel like the ACC and ESPN, they really pissed off somebody really big with this whole thing, and I think this is not going to end well for them because I mean, like the Clemsons and the Florida States and the Miamis will be fine, whereas like the Virginias, the Wake Forests, the North Carolina States, they're going to be suffering really badly. Because there's going to be a lot of repercussions. I suspect Notre Dame is going to go, you know what, ACC, you didn't have our backs.
It could happen. I'll be watching. That could be one of the stories this offseason. They could go against the ACC.
That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Not now, but within like a year from now, 2 years from now, that could happen.
This is interesting what Adam's saying. He says G5 teams have no business in any playoff.
Ah.
And, there's a lot of people who agree with him because you just want, I think somebody here, didn't you say it, Jackson, that you just want the best 12 teams?
That's what I said.
That's what
Yeah.
you said, Will.
Mhm.
Okay. So, I mean, typically it's not going to be a G5 team.
Mhm.
It's not going to happen that way. And I think there's a lot of reasons that actually should be the case.
Mhm.
However, then are you excluding like this whole other, brand of football?
Right.
Mhm.
Well,
Go ahead.
well, and I think honestly, I keep thinking about Ole Miss. Like I would like to see them make a run in the playoffs because like Lane Kiffin leaves Ole Miss for LSU, right?
Mhm.
Because he thinks he's like, oh well, I'm gonna have a better shot at winning a national title in Baton Rouge than I ever would at Oxford. But then Pete Golding winds up making a playoff run, making sure his teams get a run in Oxford. Like that would be like the ultimate karma story right there.
Mhm.
This is also a good idea.
Mhm.
Give the group of 5 their own playoffs. This is actually something
Mhm.
that I remember Mark and I were kicking around just like hypothetically one night. It's not a bad idea, but then are you really like it seems like you're going to a super league and then a not super league.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Do we do that? Do we like the idea of that? Is that what
Well,
we're turning into
me,
anyway?
I have 3 words.
I
Yes,
like that idea.
definitely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go, college football
Yes.
playoff committee and NCAA.
Yeah, I mean, like a Boise State Tulane matchup's pretty fun.
I will not condemn Adam Lemperl. I can ignore this. Dorian, you must condemn the OSU field goal kicker and tell him
I
to
feel
go to
awful
Michigan.
for him.
Of course I
so
do. I do
sad.
too.
Like if I'm him, like I'm quitting the team. I'm doing online classes only next semester. I'm not going in the state of
No.
Ohio for 10 years.
No. He can't do. Well, it was just a combination of it being the same score in the same situation ish. But I feel for him. I mean, yes, I mean, all Buckeye fans, we all do feel the same way. We're lying if we're saying that we were like, I can't believe he couldn't kick that field goal. But he's human, right? It
Oh,
happens.
Yes. Guys,
So.
I hate to say this, but we are already 20 minutes in and we have like 5 people in the green room already. But thank you so much for joining us, Jackson and Will, and
Can I make
sharing.
one quick
Yes.
statement
Yes.
on backing out from the bowl?
Uh-huh.
I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like it, but I get it because they want to give the finger to ESPN for keeping them out and they're conflict of interest with the SEC. That's why they're doing it. I don't like it, but it's just what they're doing.
man, yeah, because like Disney's taking everything that's
Yeah.
precious.
Yeah.
Assuming you win against, I'd rather play against Ohio State, honestly.
Okay.
I do not want to go against Indiana because
Mhm.
Kirsten A just looks angry. He looks angry after a 60-point win. I do not want to. I mean, yeah, Ryan Daggett looks mad, but Kirsten A just looks mad after a 60-point win. I am not going against a guy.
Well, you know what? At the end of the game, when I saw Ryan Day and Sig look at each other with respect, I just that was awesome. That's the way college football should be.
Kirsten Nettie's awesome. Like he's an amazing coach.
Oh man, our guy Jeffrey is definitely happy.
Yeah.
Or Bradley and Alec, man.
Guys, there just aren't as many Indiana fans. I think I saw one in chat.
We gotta get Jeffrey on this show at some point. He's
right?
He's a diehard Hoosier.
Okay.
He's one of our best friends.
We'll do that. Yeah, have him call in. Hey,
I'll have him call in.
Yes, absolutely.
We
would
will
love
have to tell you the backstory about how Jeffrey and I first met and how Will introduced us. Like it was on November 4th, 2022.
We will hear that story next time.
So there we go. Thank you so much, fellas.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us on, ladies, and stay safe, stay warm. It's cold out. And
it is
tell
cold.
Your friends, family, and cashiers pubs about the magic Mini Brains on Michigan Mondays on Michigan Boys College Football, Coronation, and all right here on Ladies College Football, and the Magic Doreen brings all right here on Ladies of College Football.
Thank you.
Thanks,
guys.
Bye.
Bye, Will. Bye, Jackson.
All right. Next up, who we got?
We got this guy.
Hello, Adam.
We got
Hey guys, how are you doing?
Good. And
West
West Quad.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Where's your beautiful face, West Quad?
No, not
See
today.
it.
No, that haircut is grown out. So sad.
All right.
Anywho,
So let's talk ball. What you got?
well, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Alabama should be in that playoff, but Notre Dame taking their ball and going home kind of lessens the blow. So now I'm like, let Alabama in because like I mean, I had to listen to Greg Sankey yesterday. Oh, we should have 7 teams in. Like, come on, bro. Like, I understand you're the commission, but relax. We get it. The SEC is a great conference. I will never deny that. But 7 teams is crazy talk. We're not doing that.
The conferences are too big as it is. There's a big difference between the upper part of the conference and the lower part of the conference.
That's more than half the 12-team playoff. You can't. We can't do that. That's crazy talk.
Speaking of which, though, somebody just mentioned you're a Rutgers guy, Adam, and I forgot about that. Rutgers is not playing in a bowl game.
Oh, you're a Rutgers.
Yes, and many not because they didn't have the chance. They were actually invited to the Birmingham Bowl today, and they declined, which I think is a disgrace. They're 5-7, and they get this invitation gratuitously, yet they still decline. Rutgers should be ashamed. Greg Schiano should be ashamed. I'm going to talk tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, that's when I officially turn 50 years old. Do you believe this?
Really?
It's all downhill.
It is not.
Thank
No,
you.
it is not.
It is many, yes, I'll say, believe me, it is not.
I
It's the
feel like I
beginning
have
of your
days
life.
left.
No.
You have
I hope
hours,
so.
actually.
Thanks. That's encouraging.
No,
So
it's all good.
here's the comment I wanted to make.
Mm-hmm.
The 12 best teams should be in the playoff. Will was 100% right that Notre Dame should be in, and I believe that Vanderbilt should be in. There is no justification for James Madison and Tulane being anywhere near these playoffs. They're even ranked in the 20s in the polls, yet somehow they vault into the top 12. This does not lead to the 12 best teams being in, and JMU will get skinned alive in Eugene, and I'm sorry, Tulane's going to lose again, just like they lost to Ole Miss 45-10 last month. There's no reason for this. Can you explain why I'm wrong? I'd rather have TJ Lateef and Nebraska in than I would
That's true.
Tulane or JMU.
All right, let's
I
not
mean
go
that.
too far.
I mean,
That's real. Yeah. That even I'm like, wait a second. Hey, speaking of which, Nebraska got invited to the Las Vegas Bowl.
Yay! So you're oh my goodness. That's just your
Congratulations.
Bought
backyard.
my
girlfriend.
tickets this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's right in your backyard.
What's your guys' record, Minnie?
Oh gosh, it's 7-5.
Okay, well, you did so a deserved invite, and not just one of those 5-7. We're trying to fill spaces invites. Okay.
Well, it's kind of well, we don't want to talk about the record. It was a tough season. Let's just say that.
It was.
We're just happy to have a bowl game. We are happy to have extra practices. We got a new defensive coordinator coming in. We have a new offensive line coach just hired yesterday. Like, it has been a very tumultuous week for Nebraska fans. So
is Dylan Raiola staying, even if his uncle, or is it his uncle?
his uncle left. Yes.
Saw that. I'm like, oh no, Minnie. I know.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? Do you know?
You know what? It can go either way.
He's going to Texas Tech so he could do his weird Patrick Mahomes thing.
Weird. No.
How rude.
You know I'm not
Adam is
wrong.
just waiting to say something about this because he has been giving me a hard time all season about Dylan Raiola.
Yes, he has. You're right.
But here's the thing about Nebraska. TJ Lateef is going to take Nebraska to new heights. And I know that Minnie is going to come on board. But if Raiola does come back, he will be the starting quarterback. And I hope he does continue to develop. But Doreen, I want to say something to you that nobody is probably going to agree with.
What's that?
But in my view, after watching Ohio State against Indiana, Ohio State was the better team. They showed to me that their defense is absolutely elite. They just didn't play well, but I do believe they are the best team in the country. What are your thoughts?
Yes. Also, Las Vegas agrees with you too, because we're still supposed to win the national championship if you are a betting kind of person. So yes, I think what they need. I hate to say that about my own team, but I think at some point they needed this, and especially with the 13. I'm telling you, I'm like, it just brought all kinds of feels for me in terms of I cannot believe 13-10. I knew that was going to be the last in this score. I said I knew it. And it, the same thing with the missed field goal. I think they're going to look back on this, do everything they can to, do what they to take care of all the mistakes, because I know that there were lots of mistakes. And I think I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not an excuse kind of girl, but I think winning the Michigan game really took a lot of emotional toll on them too. And they're go-getter, right? So I think to do that back-to-back week, the following week might have been a little too much.
Doreen, I have a question.
Yes.
So, what do you think about that 4th down call? And like, I would have never put your kicker in that position.
No, I know. We said we call that the old Ryan Day, the scared Ryan Day.
That's
and guess what?
saying.
I'm going to give Dave Biddle credit, because he said on his Friday show, I always watch Jay Book and Dave Biddle, and he does a Friday show with him at, I think, 10 o'clock every Friday. And he said for the first time, he's like, Ryan Day has been the call player for every game except for like Grambling and all the smaller games. So for him, Dave Biddle, to say that like out loud, he has sources and he can definitely back it up. So I'm going to believe that that's what I think he I think Ryan Day went back to, oh my gosh, I don't want to lose this game versus let's just go for it. If we lose with style. So what do you think?
I just couldn't believe, like, I mean, it was too eerie. Like, you can't put that kid in that situation. You knew he was going to miss it.
And that third down, he had Julian saying throw it. Why? They just needed 1 yard.
Right.
1 yard.
I will say, I mean, guys, I have to be the only one here not drinking the Kool-Aid, because Julian Sand did not look like the elite quarterback that he was built up to be all season long.
Not with that O-line, definitely not.
It turns out if you run a couple stunts, you might be able to get to him. Wink, Martindale.
I know, just they took out people like Shabola. I mean, I hate to just call out players, but Shabola, they need to get him out of there. And as soon as they got him out of there, they were able to do stuff. But all in all, I don't like to just blame one player or one. It's a team effort. It's a team effort. They lost as a team. I know they're going to regroup, and I'm looking forward to the playoffs. I do have I'll be very proud of them no matter what the outcome is.
I'll just say two things really quickly. Number one, the field goal kicker at Ohio State should be forced to enroll at Michigan for a semester after that miss. But for those people who are praising Georgia so much, let me be very clear about this. Georgia's game plan would not work against teams other than Alabama. Alabama has a weak offensive line and no running game. If Georgia tried their blitz-heavy defensive scheme against Ohio State, it would force them into man coverage against Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith, and they'd get smoked. So don't buy the hype about Georgia. They will not succeed with that game plan against other elite teams.
No, they can adjust their game plan. You know that. They're Georgia. I mean, after, you're right. Don't buy the hype after last night's game, but gosh, they look so good.
Yes. I was going to say, before we go on, we do have a super chat from Jam. Hi, Jam. Let me see. Declining a bowl game cuts down on practices for the young players' development. I totally agree with that. What do you guys think?
I think with Notre Dame, they decided they weren't going to reward ABC and Disney. So they said, you know what? I'm just going to take my ball and go home. You won't make any money off me this postseason.
Yeah.
Which is fair, but nah. I mean, you're not that good. Nobody's that good to give up those 15 practices. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I understand being upset, but like I said, now I can't even I really don't feel like vouching for you. Like, you took your ball and went home. So you know what? Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, baby. What do you think, Adam?
Regarding
regarding the teams that opted out of
Yeah, this is
the
extra
bowl game.
practices for
Extra
their younger guys.
Yeah, I think that it's important to play a bowl game because you give younger players the opportunity to play, to develop, and to end the season on a positive note. So I would have taken a bowl game if I was Notre Dame. And as far as Rutgers goes, I was at the game against Penn State, and I saw them crumble. And this is an opportunity for Rutgers to give their younger players a chance, including what will be their starting quarterback, AJ Serace, an opportunity to play. And I think it's wrong they didn't do that. And I don't think the horizon for Rutgers is very bright. But guys, I have to go because I'm going to be 50 tomorrow, and it's 9:35 p.m. So I have to get to bed because if I don't, I'll wake up with arthritis.
Life starts at
it's all
50.
downhill.
I'm telling you.
Doesn't it, Minnie?
new-
Life
50
starts at 50.
50 is the new
Thank you.
30.
21.
That's right.
I'm
Look
only
at
15
us, right?
years away from Social Security. So,
Oh my
in any
God.
event,
It's not that bad, Adam. I promise.
Oh, Adam, you have a wonderful birthday.
Yes.
thank
happy
you so
birthday.
much. And thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. Great show.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Okay.
So while we're going to the next person, the Gunnar Paternus, thanks for the 5. Be
Thank
sure to
you.
like the show. Yes. Like, subscribe.
Did I like already?
join.
Come on.
Because we are the ladies of college football, right, Minnie?
We are. Yeah. Okay, we have about 3 or 4 more people still to get through.
Okay, yeah, I gotta go mod over on Maze Madman show. So
Okay.
thanks for
Don't
having me, ladies.
Westside,
And
you are always welcome.
thank you. If she sends me the link beforehand, I'll be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, West College.
Always remember to go blue, guys.
Bye now.
Bye. Okay, let's get this show going. We have Dominic. Welcome, Dominic. And Scarlet and Gray. And then
Apocalypse.
also waiting in chat is Adam, which I can't wait to hear what he has for us too.
Yes. Well,
What's
hello,
going on?
Scarlett and Dominic. What's up? What you want to talk about?
Let me just be the first to say that, Minnie, you do realize you're playing Utah in the Las Vegas Bowl, right?
Thank you for the reminder. Yes, I do.
Who are you guys playing?
We're playing Utah.
Utah. Oh, Utah Utes?
Yes.
Yeah, and
They're good though.
I don't
Yeah.
expect anything. I'm just going because,
She's a fan because she's
I'm just, I bleed scarlet and
Right.
green.
And honestly, I'm feeling a lot better after what happened last night when UVA pulled a stupid trick play to lose the ACC championship game. What were we thinking on that move? Like, bro, we could be in the playoffs if it wasn't for that stupid trick play we pulled. But now look at us.
Oh.
Wow. What team do you root for, Dominic?
UVA.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Well, yeah, you know what? I honestly don't know. That was actually a good game, and it was so surprising that Duke was doing well at all.
Yeah, like, I still don't understand how we lost to a 5-loss Duke team who didn't even deserve to be in the ACC championship game. Let me say that first. Like, honestly, if you put us up against Miami, I really wouldn't mind if we faced Miami.
Huh.
It should have been them, in my opinion, not a 5-loss Duke team.
It should have.
But hey, I'm happy that we're in the Gator Bowl against Mizzou. At least that's something I can be happy about.
Oh, that's going to be a good game for you guys.
Yes.
I didn't realize you got the Gator Bowl. Oh, wow.
Yep, we're going up against Missouri, so I'm definitely looking forward to facing Mizzou, which they're honestly another good team that I watch every week that they always find ways to be consistent every week. So I'm definitely looking forward to facing Mizzou in the Gator Bowl in Jacksonville.
Oh, good. Beat them. I don't like Mizzou. Remember that when they beat Ohio State? I hate them. I don't hate many teams, but I hate them.
We'll try, okay?
Yes, do it.
Hey, always rely on our quarterback, Chandler Morris, which, by the way, love that guy. He was a transfer, started at Oklahoma, went to TCU, and then came over from North Texas. Dude has just been lights out all season for us.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What year is he? I think isn't he young?
Yes.
because I want to say you also, I want to say you got one of our quarterbacks that we loved. He transferred. Danny Kaling?
Oh, yes, I think we got him.
Yeah. And I think he played
Yeah,
in one game, maybe. I don't know. I have to go back
I
to.
don't know. But
But
anyway, Scarlet and Gray Apocalypse. What you got?
Yeah. I think he's muted again himself.
oh
So do you
no.
want to grab so while he's doing that, I
Oh, you know
think
what? I'll add. You know who
add
I'm going to add?
Garrison. Because
You want me
Garrett,
to add Garrison or Adam?
yeah, you want to add Garrett? Why don't we do
Okay.
that?
Okay.
Hey, Garrison.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
hey. We
Mm,
can't hear
are
you.
you another Buckeye fan?
This is a
Man.
Buckeye fan.
Yes.
Did you just say
muted.
another
Yeah,
Buckeye
sorry
fan?
about that.
Yes, I
There you
did.
Dominic, I think you and I both. Okay, what are we going to do with all these Buckeye fans?
Oh no. I'm a Navy.
kidding. I'm
It's Navy
kidding.
midshipman this week.
Oh, Navy.
Ooh.
I see you there, boy.
Oh yeah, Navy midshipman this week, guys.
All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, beat
Same
those backpackers.
here.
Yes.
Now, how you guys doing?
All
Great.
I'm
right.
doing all right. I'm definitely feeling better after what happened last night against Duke. Yeah.
I won money off of that game. I picked Duke money line. So
Well, aren't you a lucky duck, my good sir?
I know, man. I was pretty happy. It took the sting off of last night.
Oh, I bet it did. I bet it did.
Doreen, Minnie, how are you all doing?
I'm doing great. I know, as a fellow Buckeye, we were disappointed, but you know what? I am, like Minnie said, I'm looking ahead.
Mhm.
We're going to learn, we're going to learn from this. I'd rather do it here than in the playoffs.
Yes.
So in my mind, if we're going to have to lose a game, I'd rather lose to a number 2 team that was ranked, and we gave them a fight, so I'm just glad that we're moving on. How about you, Garrison?
After when I woke up in the morning, I was happy. I was fine, especially when I saw we were the number 2 seed. I was happy.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought we were going to be number 3. I really did.
Yeah, and I did too. And I mean, I honestly I felt the same way as the last caller. I came out of the game the same way I felt about Georgia and Alabama earlier in the season. When the game ended, I said to myself, "Oh, Georgia was the better team." I felt that way. I felt that way after this game. Now, with that being said, there's definitely things they need to clean up, and that's the truth of the matter. I think from here on out, Gabe Van Sickle, shout out to him, Coopersville, Michigan, about 15 minutes from my house. He should be starting at right guard over Tegra. He's gonna get somebody killed. But
I know.
yeah.
I was so surprised. I know everyone has been complaining about Tegra, but my gosh, he showed it yesterday.
For sure.
And Peoples, I don't want Peoples in there either. Are you a Peoples guy? Because he couldn't block worth a crap. I'm sorry.
He can't.
I mean, it takes a lot for me to really notice that. And when I give them lots of chances, but when I saw him, I thought, I hope he goes with Brian Hartline and does a better job over there, because I think that's more his league.
Wow.
Sorry. I'm sorry for people that love him. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's how I
That's
feel.
a good question. How come Ohio State keeps losing all these assistant coaches every year?
It's big time college football, and when you have success, it's gonna happen. I'm okay with it.
I'm happy for him. I think that's where
What
he needs to be.
happened to building relationships and actually building teams that last? Wouldn't that feel great for Ohio State?
It would.
Yeah,
I heard Matt Patricia was being Penn State wanted him. Did you hear that, Garrison?
Yeah, thank goodness he's not there. My goodness.
I mean,
I would have cried.
This week we were dealing with signing signing. Oh gosh, I'm going. What was it? Henry, right?
Yes, yeah.
And then Matty P was possibly going to Penn State, and then Brian Hartline saying he's going to be a head coach somewhere. I know these are first world problems. I understand. I
just feel like Indiana, for instance, the reason that they are so successful is because they have that consistency of coaches and assistant coaches.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
By the way, I'll just say, Minnie, I'll be honest. I think you guys have your quarterback of the future, and I'm a Dylan Raiola guy. But I'll tell you what, you guys, embarrassment of riches for you guys at quarterback.
You know what? I'm happy either way. We have some great options. So I'm just
do.
going to leave it like that because I definitely have been on the Dylan Raiola train. I've been following him since the kid was like 16 years old. So when he was first invited to a Friday Night Lights. So I love him. I love the Raiola family. I want them to be part of Nebraska forever and ever and ever and ever.
Oh yeah, when they fired him, I was really surprised because I was like, man, you're gonna fire one of the greatest players in your program's history's brother.
I know.
That
All
has
right.
been, I mean, Matt Rule is a special kind of guy to be able to pull that off. He just is.
I agree.
You gotta have some type of power to do that.
Yeah.
But you know what? He had something already lined up with this new offensive line coach. We got Georgia Tech's offensive line coach, which I'm so excited about.
Yeah.
His name is Jeep Styles, which I never heard of him before, but he runs a pretty awesome offensive line, which is what we desperately needed. So there you go, Husker fans. You heard me say it.
Yes. Well, Huskers and Minnie and I were talking before we started. I was like, look what has happened with Indiana. I said, don't give up on Nebraska. And I know you won't, Minnie, but you never know. Just a couple players in and some coaching changes, and you might be in the playoffs next year. You don't know.
Magic sauce.
Yeah. My dad and I were actually talking about Nebraska yesterday because you're going to laugh at this, Minnie. So my dad hated Bo Pelini. I mean, couldn't stand him. And I was a Bo Pelini guy. And he's an Ohio guy, so I naturally like him. But I told my dad, I said, look, if they fire that man, they will not see 9 wins for a very long time. Right. So far, I have been correct. But I don't want that for you guys. You have the nicest fan base in America. So, yeah, I've been there.
I don't know about that because, guys, I got to say something. Thank you for the compliment, by the way, Garrison. But if anyone in chat that's a mod sees Greg Mahachko, Fred Sacco, Husker Chuck, Pitt, Snipe Husker, please do not ban them or put them in timeout because they're just here for fun and they're really not, they don't mean anything by the things that they say. So please don't
mod no Husker, right? Don't mod
be nice to my Husker friends.
Yes, they are. There are Minnie's friends. And Blue Wolverine, he says, take a moment to like the show. Each like is about to cast Garrison off the island. And he's a winky face. DW loves you.
Oh, man.
Well, by the way, before I get going here, because I got to finish cooking here, I want to ask you guys, because last week Mike and I talked about this, and you too, Dominic, I want to hear your thoughts. We were really, it irked us. I mean, grinded our gears when the commissioner even thought about flip-flopping Notre Dame and Miami. Now, what are your guys' thoughts on them basically, having Notre Dame there for the last few weeks, or not weeks, for over a month now, almost 2 months, and then when both teams are idle, you then decide to put Miami over them. I just did not understand that.
They've been doing this all season long. And I don't think, as we're all part of the voice of college football for the most part. Dominic, we're including you too.
I was about to say, you better be.
but we know that the AP poll is just, votes, and it really should not be as big of a deal as people make it out to be, especially at the beginning of the season. There aren't any real statistics to go off of. You're playing cupcake games, a lot of these teams. So I think that, having that slip like that, that's just a glaring problem that we have with the AP poll.
Yeah. And, I'll actually go next. Listen, when I saw that Miami was in over Notre Dame, I was like, what on God's green earth is the committee doing? Like, why would you put Miami over Notre Dame? In my eyes, Notre Dame is the better team. But yet the committee just decides to not listen to us and put the U win over the Irish, and the people on social media are complaining. Like, what are we doing here, committee? Make up your minds. Jeez.
Yes, ultimately, I think what they did to Notre Dame is what they probably wanted to do Notre Dame for a while, is to find a reason. No, I'm being honest.
I'm with you.
I think that,
too.
last year they really couldn't. I mean, and this year they found that they weaseled their way around it. I'll be honest. I think that their ultimate plan was, if they weren't going to be, like a shining good team, they're going to do everything they can to keep them out. And that's exactly what they did. We've broken Miami for so long. It's about time they come back for a little bit, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I was talking to a few people. I said, man, if that happens, that X app is gonna burst.
Oh yeah,
I'll tell you what, Minnie, if Ohio State plays Miami, Minnie and Dominic, go on the app and stay there all week.
Yeah,
stay there. You will see some of the most vile stuff you ever. It's gonna be bad.
C. Grant's gonna be bringing all the stuff that he did to them in 2002. It's gonna be hilarious. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm hoping Miami wins. Sorry, Texas, but I want Miami to win.
Yeah, horns down.
So you want to say hi?
No, they're not playing that Texas. They're playing A&M.
Yeah.
Oh,
Texas didn't make it. Texas is horns down all the way.
They weren't a good enough team. Steve from X, thank you for joining us.
Get going, guys. Thank you again.
Garrison,
I'll be listening.
Go Bucks.
Oh wait. Go Navy. Down with the Army. They're backpackers. Semper Fortis. All right, guys. See ya.
Bye, Garrison.
All right.
See you, man.
Bye, Garrison. Thank you.
See you, man.
So Steve says, because Miami beat Notre Dame, and then Michigander says, did y'all hear why the committee went and looked back at the Miami Notre Dame game and actually watched it, how much they manhandled Notre Dame? Also, Miami gave their games away to Louisville and SMU.
Wow.
We did.
Yeah.
But this is what I heard too. I don't know if it's true. If they actually did watch the game, it seems kind of odd that they would do that the night of. But if there's that much of a tiebreaker, I suppose you have to.
Absolutely. And I'm actually, one more thing before I go, Minnie, I got to ask you, from your point of view, how do you feel about how Nebraska's season's gone leading up to the Las Vegas Bowl? Do you think it's been like a made up and down season with the 7-5 record, or how would you see it?
Oh, gosh. I honestly, it has been a roller coaster ride. It has. We had a really easy schedule going in, and we just had, problems that just kind of reared their ugly heads in the season. And some bright spots, though. We have a running back who's now declaring for the NFL. I don't know if you guys heard that, but our running back, Emmett Johnson, who was the Big Ten running back of the year, he's declaring for the NFL. So there were some bright spots. There are some bright spots. It wasn't all bad.
Yeah, I can definitely tell there were some bright spots for you. What about the Buckeyes lady over here? How would you describe your season leading up to the playoffs? Like,
well, it was pretty magical, right? I was always, and I think many will attest to that. I always say, well, we don't take it for granted. You can always lose at any time. That's my philosophy. I know. I love our players and I love what they do, and I am hopeful that they'll go to the national championship. I actually have my name in the waiting list for tickets for if we make it to Miami through an agency that actually does things with Ohio State, includes the whole package, includes flights, tickets, and all that stuff. So,
right. If you were able to make it to Miami, who would you want to play for the championship?
Indiana.
Because that is a blemish on your season. And that's what the problem is with these conference title games.
Yeah. I was like, that's what I want. I want Indiana. But
Yeah.
just to make it there would be a blessing. But Indiana for sure, I would love a rematch with them.
I see. All right. Well, I appreciate the time, girls.
Thank
Have a
you.
great night.
Thank
you.
you.
And have a happy holiday season.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Come back and
Thank
see us
you. You
again.
too. Yes, come back.
Okay, we got one more person, and we have Adam.
Me. Hi.
You with
Okay,
me.
so I guess would you like to hear about my weekend in Charlotte?
I saw a picture of you
Yes,
with
we
a
did.
beautiful
Yes,
lady.
God, I know
on
where
the
you're
sidewalk.
going. I know where you're going with it. I know where you're
Who
going.
was that girl that you were
That
talking
is
with?
ESPN sideline. That is ESPN college football sideliner for Molly McGrath.
Oh,
She was she was one of the reporters at the ACC championship game. So,
Yes.
yeah.
She'll be probably at the national championship game. She's awesome.
I don't know, but I will say this. What a game last night in Charlotte between Duke and Virginia. To me, I wish Dominic would have stayed on a little longer.
Yes, I forgot you guys have that in common.
Yeah, it's called. But to see Duke win and was I surprised that they didn't get in the college football playoff? No, but to see Notre Dame not accepting a bowl bid is kind of stupid because you guys were mentioning, it's more practices that they could have had for these young kids, and it's like, I even saw Florida State was 5-7, and they didn't accept a bowl bid, and it's like, I will say this to everyone in the chat. I said it in the chat, and I'll say it with you guys. Give credit to James Madison of what they've done after coming over from the FCS Division 1AA. They played in a really good FCS conference in the CAA, the Cultural Athletic Association, where they won a national title. And over here in the Sun Belt, they won the Sun Belt Conference championship game over Troy, and now they're here in the college football playoff. I think it's like less than 5 years since they've actually been in FBS program.
Yeah.
It's simply amazing. Kurt Signetti was head coach James Madison before he went to Indiana. Coach Bob Chesney, who was the head coach James Madison, now going to UCLA, and now James Madison as former Florida head coach Billy Napier, and so it's like, if you think the fans in Gainesville, when they don't win, they're miserable. Let me tell you about the folks in Harrisonburg, Virginia, because it's like it's a small school, but a small town, but it's when they don't win, all of their fans get rabid. So, Coach Napier. Yes, I love the Texans jersey, Doreen. I love it.
Yes, it's like Joel. Joel. Is it Joshi? Yes, I missed it last night. Thanks for $2. Texans jerseys, cute. Reading for Stroud. Amen.
Yay.
We love CJ
So,
Stroud.
yeah.
Yes, make sure I didn't miss
do
that.
have
Go ahead.
one question for you, Doreen. Since you guys lost to Indiana, do you think this is like last year when you guys went on that run to win a natty? Do you think it's the same situation again?
Same but different because they're not our rivals, right?
True.
It means a little bit more because Michigan is our rival.
True.
And at least Indiana was ranked. I'm no shade to Michigan, but they weren't ranked last year.
That's true.
They were not a good team on paper, but they managed to beat us in our house. So that hurt a lot more. But I think, especially for the seniors like Sonny Styles and the like, they want to go out as a natty champ and go back to back for Ryan Day. So I'm hoping that does happen.
I'll say this. It's hard to beat a team twice. Ask Virginia because they lost to Duke. I think Alabama's going to be more prepared versus Oklahoma because they've already seen them. So if Ohio State were to face Indiana again,
It'll be our Oregon.
Maddie, I think Ohio State will be. I think Ohio State will be even more prepared.
I think of them like our Oregon from last year.
Obvious. So it's called. Yeah, it's called. Looking at looking at the bracket here.
Mm-hmm.
I love that Texas Tech
I will say
is
this.
number 4 right now. I love that.
Me too.
I think these first round matchups are a lot better than what we saw last year.
Yes,
and
I agree.
I know that Ole Miss has been Tulane already this year. To me, I think Miami's going to. To me, what I see from Miami, having Carson back, having Malachi Toney, who has been sensational as a freshman, and he was really supposed to be a freshman this year, but see the way he's played, how Ruben Bain's played on defense, they could give Texas A&M a run for their money. I mean, they are coming off a loss to Texas, so
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, but Panora passed 10 o'clock here, so thank you so much. As always, love y'all.
Love you too.
I had a blast. It was cold, crazy, and like Eric McLean from the ACC Network and ESPN said, the ACC's nickname this year is the All Chaos Conference, and boy, did we see that.
Next year it'll be easier, maybe.
So I'll say, you guys take it easy. It's called, if you guys are on Twitter, go follow Doreen. She's incredible. Go follow me.
Thank you so much, Adam. Take care.
It's called.
Bye.
Bye,
ladies.
Okay.
Wow, what a show. I knew it would be.
Yeah, we've done an hour. There was Scarlet and Gray, and I tried to add them. I don't know.
You know what?
All right, can y'all hear me now?
Oh my God!
Yes! Oh my gosh! Finally,
I'm glad, because we've tried to have you on the show like 3 times.
I know. Say what you want. Yeah, go ahead. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm sorry about earlier. Bottom line was, I don't know why, but my phone mic wasn't working, so now I've switched over to my laptop and everything's fine. I guess the first thing I should ask, between Miami and Texas A&M, what do you think their strengths and their weaknesses are? Because I know that ultimately one of those two is going to be Ohio State's next opponent.
Yeah. If you look at the playoffs, you're right. I was just looking at that going, gosh, that out of everything I see, and I love Oklahoma, by the way, but out of everything I see, that first round is that game in particular is going to be the most like dogfight.
Yes.
I think that it is going to be probably maybe even the most watched game besides Alabama, Oklahoma.
I was going to say, well, Texas, are you talking about Texas A&M and Miami?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because that's the only game on. It's going to be December 19th. And that is the only game for that day.
It's a Friday, right?
Yes, it is. The 19th is a Friday. That's the Friday game. And then the 20th is going to be the other
Alabama game is the Friday night.
Oklahoma, Alabama?
Yeah.
No, that's December 20th. I have that as the 20th.
Let me look at ESPN real quick. But
I have Oregon with James Madison, December 20th. I have Ole Miss with Tulane, December 20th. Aggies with Miami, December 19th. And December 20th, it's going to be Oklahoma Sooners with Bama. So, and then we have December 31st. It's going to be the Cotton Bowl. January 1st, Rose Bowl. January 1st, Sugar Bowl. That's what I have.
All right.
So tell me if I'm wrong. I mean, that's what I have in my notes.
ESPN has the Bama Oklahoma game on the 19th at night. So that Friday.
That's the only one.
And then Texas A&M Miami is going to be at noon. And then Tulane Ole Miss at 3:30, and then JMU Oregon is the night game. All those 3 being on Saturday.
Okay. Got it. Boy, that's going to be great.
My buddy Pigskin Petey, he says Texas A&M's strength is an extra week off. Dangerous.
That's a valid point.
Mm-hmm.
But then by the time they go into the quarterfinals, that'll ultimately play to Ohio State's advantage because they'll have extra time to prepare. But if you look at the games last year, there's a legit argument that the bye week is actually a disadvantage.
I know they all lost.
All 4 teams on the bye week lost.
They all lost last year. That's what I'm worried about because our team will not play until New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
So that's going to suck.
This is what I meant. I think this is interesting what Michael Fortenberry says. He says Texas Tech will still have that played in Big 12 asterisk by their name. That's kind of true. I mean, they are elite, but that's kind of true.
Yep.
I agree that Texas Tech is elite, but my problem with them is when I was watching that game yesterday and BYU kind of broke down in that second half, it felt like Texas Tech should have scored about 50 some odd points given all the opportunities they had, but they kept on kicking field goals when they should have been scoring touchdowns, in my opinion.
Wow. So you watch a lot of football. I'll be
Well,
honest.
that's
I
the
don't watch
thing
nearly
that-
as much.
Sorry, that's the thing that got me about yesterday's game against Indiana and Ohio State is if you follow Indiana, for Kurt Signetti to settle for a field goal to put points on the board, that was shocking. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, okay, this is a real game. We have ourselves a real game because he would never, ever settle for 3 points.
And then they beat us with 3 points.
Yeah,
so Minnie,
that was
he
it.
knew what he was doing.
He did. He did.
Yes, he did.
You got to put points on the
I
board.
think he knew it was going to be a defensive battle.
It was, and they won. Like I said, fair and square. I'm not one of those that say woulda, coulda, shoulda. They did a wonderful job. Kudos to them.
From the Ohio State perspective, it feels like there's a lot of both good and bad because a lot for Ohio State proved to be kind of sloppy, but at the same time, it was extremely close. That's why it honestly reminds me more of that Oregon game out in Eugene because Oregon only won by 1 point, but the secondary gave up so many yards. Denzel Burke by himself gave up 200, and then that still managed to be a close game. I feel like we're in a similar boat, though slightly different with Indiana because you look at how badly the offensive line played. You looked at how bad Ohio State was once they got in the red zone, but then ultimately it still ended up being extremely close, and it was like a 20 yards difference between the two teams. Each team had 1 turnover, and both sides had 17 first downs.
Yeah. Yeah, if you look at their stats, they're very similar. It's pretty crazy.
It could have gone either way. Either way. Yeah. That's what's crazy. So I wouldn't doubt it if we saw a rematch.
That would be amazing. But I was going to say a little tidbit that I have here from Indiana when I saw, I was looking through. They said this was the first Big Ten title since 1945. But here's the deal. Speaking of deal, Mark Deal, who is their assistant AD, his dad played for Indiana in 1945 and his brother in 1967. So it meant so much to him to be there when they won the Big Ten title last night. So I was happy for him.
Yeah, I have to agree to that. Credit to Indiana because they did a great job last night.
They did. They did. I was going to say, but on a brighter note, did you hear Caleb Downs won the Lott Award tonight?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he did. About an hour,
good.
right before we came on, like an hour ago, it came out. And thank you, Emily, because Emily sent that to me. It's like an Impact Award. He won it. So
no, my buddy's there. He drove
really?
out.
Okay, awesome. So
Yeah.
he won it. Caleb Downs won the Lott Award this year. So that's really
Very
great.
cool.
And Lott Award is for the best safety.
I don't know. Is it
For the best?
It's an Impact
I will
Award.
tell you. It is. It's an Impact Award.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah. So
that's awesome that Caleb won that because he's one of the best players on this team. He's going to be a top 5 pick in April when that rolls around. And he's had such an influence on Ohio State as a program, not just as a player, but from a cultural perspective too.
Yes, as a human, and I really appreciate him for sure.
Do you think Matt Patricia will still win the Royals despite losing last night?
I don't know. I don't know how these things come about. Just like with the Heisman, who do you think, Minnie, is going to win the Heisman?
I think after last
You
night.
think Mendoza?
Yeah. But I even thought that before last night. So,
but no Pavia. You don't think Pavia is going to be in the? Okay, no. I think Mendoza deserves it. I'm with you. I think Mendoza deserves it. How about you?
That kid is
I'd say
such a, I
that
mean,
Mendoza definitely won after last night.
Mhm.
Do I think Jeremiah Love has a chance? Sure, but
Mhm.
I think that Mendoza having that 13th win and that being against what was previously the number 1 team in the country, I think that's going to give him the edge.
Yes. Well, you know what's going to give us the edge if we do end up with Indiana in the national, if we make it to the national championship? Becker saying OHFU on national television. Did you see it, Minnie?
no.
Yes. They showed him saying OHFU to the cameraman, and that is heard around the CFB today. So
Yeah, that clip went kind of viral. Indiana
It did.
fans love it. I can't blame them, but
I don't blame them, but at the same time, if I was his parents, I'd be like, dude.
Guys, there's like 5 Indiana fans. So
in this modern landscape, the most important thing isn't always just winning a particular game. It's just making sure you win the last game.
Yeah.
Like I
yeah,
mentioned
you're
in
right.
Oregon last year, Oregon took round 1, but Ohio State got better as a team over the course of the year. The defense took that game as their reality check, and then because of that, it propelled them, and then ultimately the loss to that team up north, that propelled the offense to get better, and then so eventually they got a second shot, and Ohio State won.
Yes.
You are so right.
Yes.
That's something that I haven't heard somebody point out. It's like, what have you done for me lately?
That is true.
Okay, well, anything else? We good?
I guess I'm good wrapping up there. Thank you for having me, and I'm
Thank you
sorry
for
that
calling
it
in.
was so chaotic.
Dude, thank you for calling in. I appreciate you.
No problem.
Take care.
You too.
Bye.
All right. Now it's just
Yay! Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up as always. Minnie and I just love doing this, and we hope to continue to do it. I don't know what we're going to do in the off season, but we'll think of something.
we'll figure it out. Doreen will entertain us.
So this is fun. So thank you, everybody that
Yes,
showed up.
thank you for being here. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Let's see what else we're going to talk about, right? Yay!
Yep. Take care.
Go Texans! All right, that's the NFL. All right, see y'all.
Bye.
Bye.